Hello, I'm Naomi Simson, the founder of RedBalloon. And as I'm out and about, well, not that much really, but as people ask me what is going to happen to our economy, I do know that all of us need to take action in that. I'm speaking to our supply community, particularly our experienced suppliers, but also our clients, our customers, and those friends and family in the community. All of us will have a role to play in the recovery of the Australian economy. Let's call this the Australian recovery story, and we need to reboot it together. I've done some work in looking at some thought leadership around consumer sentiment and what might be the 8 things that marketers can do. So let me move straight into that when it comes to the presentation that I have here. So the 8 things is, first of all, it's going to take all of us. And RedBalloon historically has been a conduit from businesses directly to 2,000 small business experienced suppliers. But let's look beyond that. What marketers are looking for is to create trust. More than ever, trust will be important. Trusted brands. And the important thing is that people know that you are there, that you can be counted on. It is okay to not be perfect in these times, but managing consumer sentiment is really, really important. If you say something, you must do it. So building trust is materially important. And one way to do that is through brand association. That is, who are you partnering with in this time? Secondly, is economic impact is something that is being considered and hasn't necessarily been before. So while businesses and consumers have some spending available to them, every dollar is precious. And as such, they want to know more about where it is going and is it staying in Australia or is it going offshore? Thirdly, is about creating emotional connection. How people feel is as important now as what it is. The story that you are telling consistently of how you are working with Australians. Emotional connection to what you are doing is very, very important. The third thing is socially aware, is just being socially aware. The social contribution, the community aspects, the environment, and having a look to that in the future is going to be really important. Customizing your approach will be important. It is not a one size fits all. Consumers will want to have different sorts of relationships with you at different times, but those that are socially aware will get one more tick of approval. Buying local will be a massive theme. And this isn't just buying from your local store and your local community or in your local region. I still will want to buy something in Toowoomba, but how do I know what's good? I live in Sydney, I have a cousin in Toowoomba, I'd like to get them a birthday gift. Well, that means that I would like to buy from the local store. And of course, with technology and connectedness, we can do that. However, how will I know what's good? So buying local does not necessarily mean that we're not still going to have both global, regional and Australian-wide commerce. It just means that we may not want it to be shipped in the way it was before. Marketplaces will become more important, and marketplaces that curate or handpick so that people know that it's good. It's about that authority piece. So we know that people can buy ads on Facebook or Google and so forth, but what will have more authority is that we've created a marketplace where people know it's good. And to that point, it's also about crowd approval. Has anybody used it before, done it before, and that authority? Referrals, references, case studies, and star rating approvals will be very important as long as they're based on something that is completely transparent. The final point is about home. Just because we can go out doesn't mean that we will. We have changed psychologically in terms of how we consider home. Home is now not just the place that we live, it's the place that we do business. It is also, our time is more precious than ever. How we commute to the office is likely to change. How we work with our colleagues. I don't know about you, but if you've seen any movies and people are hugging or at a bar and there's lots of people and it almost feels awkward. So we will see that how people perceive home will change, and it'll be far more important to us. So when we think about that and how marketers bring this together in their campaigns, they're going to want to associate with Australian brands, with buying local, and they're also wanting to know that they'll have economic impact. For close to 20 years, RedBalloon has been bringing people together. We've been connecting businesses with our small business experience partners, and that is the role we will continue to play. And I can tell you our experience partners can hardly wait to be serving customers again. We have a new range which is now open, so people can find what is open and socially approved, as they say. At RedBalloon, we have an 11-point approval process, one of which, of course, is keeping people safe and socially aware, as well as all of the other requirements in terms of that RedBalloon tick of approval or certification. And when people buy from RedBalloon, it means money goes into community. It means they're likely to spend more with the suppliers when they get there. But if you think about the Hunter Valley and somebody going up to the Hunter Valley for a hot air balloon, they know that they're going to buy at the local winery, they'll stay in accommodation. So this is very much about a grassroots-led recovery. So marketers have that all available to them in terms of how you associate with brands and have a massive impact for our Australian community. So what we do know is when a client spends buy 75 vouchers for $250, that will deliver the economic impact of, it'll cost $18,000, but the economic impact is close to $200,000. Last year, we delivered 600,000 customers to small businesses around Australia, which was $85 million and represented $850 million worth of economic impact to our community. We had hoped for $1 billion this year, but maybe with your help we can still get there, because Australian rural, regional and local communities are very much going to be driven from the grassroots experience suppliers, which we love and call our own. We very much have a role to play in this recovery. RedBalloon is famous for fabulous experiences and giving an experience, and perhaps this is the time for giving a RedBalloon experience. We're the #1 domestic partner of some of the largest experience suppliers in Australia. We know that we just deliver customers day in, day out for our 2,000 small businesses. So we'd love you to participate in that as well. It's such a wonderful story, and something that I'm so proud to have founded in 2001, which is nearly 20 years ago. I started my business at home, and here I am again at home. You know, what goes around comes around. But for 20 years, we have been bringing people together. And to get to the other side, to be a part of the Australian recovery story, we must come together again. Thank you.